Hi there, I'm Sean Osterlink, and I am a therapist, a Christian therapist, and I'm making these videos to describe in little pieces just how I am as a therapist so that a prospective client could potentially go, okay, I can get a gist of how this guy operates and reach out as far as pursuing therapy. For those who are in the state that I'm licensed in, I have the links on my channel as far as seeking that out. And I tried to make, well, I made longer versions of this where I go through like all the pieces, and then I realized that that's like 40 minutes long and it's like way too long, and who wants to listen to that long? And so rather, I'm just going to do it piece by piece. I like to be empowering in the way that I work with my clients. I want all of my clients to succeed. Whoever you are, whoever I work with, hypothetically, I want my people to succeed. I like to be encouraging and validating and empowering. Okay, so I got some things written on my wonderful iPad here where I love to write stuff down, and I can have it on the screen here. And I'm a big fan of that. I love using this desk view feature. And so, as far as being empowering, a few points. Feelings are not reality. So I use cognitive behavioral therapy approaches. I use ACT, acceptance and commitment based therapy approaches. And part of those things is looking at how what kind of emotions are you experiencing? What are your thought processes? How are these things maybe becoming problematic? Maybe there's distorted thought processes or just ineffective ways of responding to emotions going on or affecting your self-regulation. And so, but these things, feelings can feel very real, and yet even though the feeling is real, it doesn't mean that the reality around you is that real thing. So, for instance, you could interpret a situation as dangerous that is actually not dangerous. You could interpret a situation as potentially offensive that was not intended to be offensive, for instance. And so that's where like cognitive distortions can come in and affect how you're perceiving reality. And but using using CBT, using ACT. On the ACT side, it would be learning to relate to your emotions in a different way, to where rather than just believing every thought that maybe pops into your mind, every message, or getting caught up with every emotion that comes along that kind of sweeps you away, rather recognizing that there's actually a part of you that can observe that can be separate from that can allow that to be there non-judgmentally. And so you're changing from a metacognitive perspective, changing the way you're responding to those. And both of those approaches I use towards empowering you to feel more in control of your life, more able to regulate yourself, and and make choices that are good for you in responding to the things of the world. So, what else? I come from a perspective that you have more power over your life than you think. If you're coming from a perspective that you feel like you don't have much control over your life, these are common themes in therapy. My desire for you is to learn to find more of that power over your life, to be able to take more control over that, to feel, I put down here, feel like you're captain of your own ship, captain of the ship of your life, feel like you can take more direction over your life. In a world where perspectives that that half the world is victims and half the world is oppressors, uh, I want my clients to feel like, even if you've had things in your life that cause you to have been victimized, or even if you're coming from a perspective that you feel like you are the victim or the disempowered one, I would want all of my clients, regardless of where you're coming from background wise, to be able to achieve a sense of a thriving life. I want you to feel strong. I want you to feel capable. I want you to feel like whatever you're in life, that you can come out of that and feel like, okay, I can face these problems. I can overcome these things. Now, even if it's views of like, I mean, there's lots of people coming from views that like the whole system is against you. Well, that's not a great perspective to have a thriving sort of life. So, however, one may experience that as real, um, that that's not an empowering stance to have. And so I want my clients to and explore. Of course, this is an exploratory process. It's not just like you should feel better. It's through exploration. It's through just the different tools and techniques. Through, again, I typically use CBT and ACT to guide my therapy. But this would be on my end what I would desire for any client to be able to experience. I mean, isn't isn't that kind of why you're coming to therapy? Is like, I want to feel better, I want to function better, I want to be feeling more. I mean, who doesn't want to feel more empowered over their life? I mean, you don't have to. If you don't want to feel more empowered, you don't have to. If a client is like, Sean, I don't want to feel empowered, then okay. I mean, we would probably explore that, but okay, okay, right? I don't want to impose my biases, so uh, you don't want to be empowered. You do you. Probably explore that and get deeper. But I'm pretty sure most people coming to therapy want to feel better, want to feel more power over their sense of their lives. Now, when I say like control here, I put control what you can control. I mean that in terms of locus of control. Now, when I'm using acceptance and commitment therapy, a big concept within that is actually really letting go of learning to observe the methods of control that aren't working for you. It's called experiential control. And so actually it would be in a way like loosening that desire for control. But that's when the desire for control of the world around you or inner experience is becoming problematic, where it's becoming too rigid, too excessive. At the same time, you do want to feel like you have a sense of control over like the direction of your life, over your behaviors, your emotional regulation, things like that. And that you have a sense of control, that you can achieve, that you can pursue things, you can put your mind to things, and that you can pursue things successfully, right? That your confidence, I want my clients to have more confidence. Again, that is through the process of therapy. I'm not just like, you should be more confident, just feel more confident. It's not like that. It's a process. It's a process of moving to get there. So that's a little bit of the empowering stance that I aim for. And just even through making this video, I convey some of my personality so that anyone watching this can be like, oh, well, that guy seems interesting. Or you know what, that guy, I don't think I agree with that guy. Or you know what, I wouldn't want to see him for therapy. And that's okay too. It's important to find the right fit. People want to find all kinds of ways. People want to find the right fit for their therapist. So I always want people to have the right fit too. And so I'm not for everyone, but I do want to connect with certainly the people that I can be a good fit for. So empowerment. Yeah, that's what I got for you today. Maybe I'll do another episode on empowerment. Maybe I'll never talk about it again. Well, that wouldn't be very empowering. Thank you for watching, if anybody watches this. Otherwise, it's just me watching this. And that would just be sad. And I plan to make more videos, so I'll see you next time through the screen. I won't see you. You'll see me on the screen. This is the internet. Okay, I'm done. I go now. Be empowered. Please see the following disclaimer. The views on this channel are solely my own for educational purposes. They don't represent my employer or any other entity. The channel does not create a therapist-client relationship and does not constitute medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Any suggestions or recommendations are used at your own risk.